Hi, how are you? Today I am reviewing Panasonic LUMIX GX85 review. 2-minute review. GX85 summary. The Panasonic GX85 comes close to offering the ideal blend of image quality, functionality, speed and size in our book, packing a ton of advanced features and performance into a compact, well-built body, all at a fair price. The camera produces crisp images that are competitive with other 16-megapixel micro Four Thirds cameras, 4K video quality is excellent, and overall performance is impressive, making this interchangeable lens camera an attractive option for beginners and enthusiasts alike. Not as high-res as the GX8, but the Panasonic GX85 is sharper. While the GX8 maintains the top spot in Panasonic's Micro Four Thirds lineup in terms of sensor resolution at 20 megapixels, the new LUMIX GX85 incorporates a more familiar 16-megapixel LiveMOS sensor, similar to the earlier GX7. There is, however, a twist: no optical low-pass filter, which is a first for Panasonic. Combined with a new Venus engine image processor, the GX85's AA filter-less sensor yields better per-pixel sharpness. Image customization galore with lots of creative filters. The camera sports an array of image customization settings, including separate controls for image saturation, contrast, sharpness and the level of noise reduction as we've come to expect from Panasonic. The GX85 also introduces a new L-monochrome photo style in addition to the standard monochrome photo style, which offers a deeper black appearance and adds realistic gradation similar to black and white film. For further image customization, there are a total of 22 creative control filter modes that are now also available in PAS and shooting modes. You can then adjust various parameters of these filters, combine multiple filters, as well as record both a filtered image and an unaltered one simultaneously. Despite its size, the Panasonic GX85 packs a lot of horsepower. Cameras seem to get smaller and smaller while still managing to have rather impressive performance specs, and the Panasonic GX85 follows this trend. For starters, like many recent Panasonic cameras, the GX85 incorporates depth from defocus technology into its contrast detect autofocusing system, enabling super quick and accurate f-speed. According to Panasonic, the GX85 is able to focus in around 0.07 seconds, and despite the lack of on-sensor phase detect, f-tracking performance is said to be notably improved, approximately a 200% improvement over the GX7. 4K is useful for much more than just video. Speaking of 4K, the new Panasonic GX85 offers loads of exciting features surrounding its 4K capabilities, particularly with regard to 4K photo modes. Starting with the video features, the Panasonic GX85 is capable of capturing 4K UHD, 3840 by 2160, video at both 30p and 24p. As well as a variety of Full HD and HD frame rates. Along with the new creative filter options now available in PAS and stills modes, video capture can also make use of all the special effects and various creative filters. Some modes, however, like the simulated tilt-shift miniature effect for example, cannot be used with 4K, and instead default back down to 1080/60p. Verdict. The LUMIX GX80, or GX85 as it's known in North America, is one of Panasonic's most compelling interchangeable lens cameras to date. It takes the fairly compact flat-topped body of the earlier GX7 and packs it with a wealth of innovation and upgrades. The highlight is the built-in stabilization which, with the right lenses, matches the performance of Olympus bodies, and in some regards edges ahead. Suffice it to say, as a LUMIX body, the GX85 also sports a touchscreen and 4K video that's exploited in a multitude of cunning modes to shoot still photos at 30 fps or adjust the focus after the event by simply tapping the area you'd like to be sharp. If you like DSLR-styled viewfinder humps and don't need 4K video, then I'd also suggest the Olympus OMD EM10 II, Fujifilm X-T10 and Panasonic LUMIX G7. I've linked to each review. All are well-established models offering a great deal of features, control and quality for the money, although of the three, only the Olympus has built-in stabilization and only the G7 has 4K video. It's interesting to look at the Lumix G7 once more as it may not feature built-in stabilization, but it does have a no-LED viewfinder, fully articulated screen and, for me, superior physical controls with dedicated F-mode color and drive dial, not to mention 4K movies with a microphone input and sign-like profiles. I would love to see a successor to the G7, and the GH4, with the GX80, GX85's built-in is, superior autofocus, monochrome style, USB charging and focus bracketing. Fingers crossed. Good points. Built-in 5-axis stabilization, 3 stops or up to 5 with dual IS. 4K video with innovative 4K photo and post-focus modes. Crisper images than earlier models with same sensor. Quick AF in low light and best CAF from MFT to date. Tilting touchscreen with lots of touch options. Focus bracketing can be used for macro stacking later. USB charging and camera, but no cable release option. Electronic shutter option shoots silently and up to 1/16,000th. Design. The GX85, $597.99 at Amazon, is quite small, measuring just 2.8 by 4.8 by 1.7 inches, HWD, and weighing in at about 15 ounces without a lens. We're reviewing it as a body only, which is sold only in black in the US, but if you opt for a bundle with the compact 12 to 32 mm, $429.14 at Amazon, Zoom, a $100 premium, you can choose between an all-black or a two-tone silver and black finish. The rear LCD is a 3-inch panel that's mounted on a hinge so it can tilt to be viewed from above or below, but you can't face it all the way forward for selfies. The LCD is very sharp, 1,04 dots, and sensitive to the touch. You can tap to focus and, if desired, fire the shutter, and swipe and pinch to review photos just as you do with a smartphone. It also supports touchpad F, which lets you move the active focus point using the rear LCD when the camera is to your eye. Features and ports. Panasonic includes a 4K photo feature in its newer cameras, including the GX85. It leverages its 4K video processing capabilities to shoot still frames at 30 fps, but cuts the resolution to 8MP and works in JPG format only. The 4K photo capture mode has some advantages over grabbing frames from video, including the ability to pick your aspect ratio, and to set the camera to a high shutter speed to freeze motion, but also makes moving images look odd. You can use it to capture a specific moment of very fast motion, and there's also a post-focus mode that takes an image at each of the camera's focus points, so you can be sure that the plane of focus is just where you want it for an image. Performance and image quality. The GX85 is very responsive. It starts, focuses, and fires in 0.8 second. The autofocus system locks onto targets in about 0.1 second at its best, although it can slow to about 0.3 second in very dim conditions, and of course focus time can extend if the lens elements have to travel to bring an image into clear view. Continuous shooting speed varies on file format and image resolution. You can shoot at 30 fps by leveraging the 4K photo function, but you're limited to 8MP JPG images. Likewise, if you want to shoot at 2MP, you can push the camera to 40 fps. Conclusions. The Panasonic LUMIX GX85 is an attractive option for photographers in want of a compact mirrorless camera. It focuses and shoots quickly, records video at 4K resolution, and offers a bevy of controls. Add Wi-Fi, an in-body AVF and flash, and a tilting touchscreen display, and you've got a camera that has a lot of appeal for anyone in search of a svelte shooter that doesn't compromise on quality. It doesn't quite oust our editor's choice in the entry-level mirrorless category, the Sony ALF. So I highly recommend getting the Panasonic LUMIX GX85 review. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe my RS product review channel. Thank you.